I belong to you. I belong to you. Do just what you want. You're the one I trust.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Appreciate you guys for tuning in to another workout. Before we get started, I wanted to wish you guys all a happy 4th of July. Hope you guys are all enjoying the time with your families. I, however, am in the gym because work never stops. Today, another leg day, more quad focused today. I'm starting off with a long, deep stretch on the foam roller, and I'm using my massage gun. The one I have, I think I got it on Amazon, maybe $40, $45, something like that. It was relatively cheap, so it's a great investment. If you do not have a massage gun, I would highly suggest you go pick one up. Just really good at getting some of those knots out, breaking down scar tissue and things like that. So just get a massage gun. It's cheap. It's a good investment. Your body will thank you later. I put the stretching into my video just because, one, I want to stress how important it is to stretch, especially now that I incorporate it into every workout that I do. I used to be one of those people that never believed in stretching. I thought it was stupid, and I felt great after I worked out, so I just didn't think I needed to stretch until probably about 2, 3 years ago when I just started getting more fatigued and my body just started hurting more and more. Then I realized, hey, I should probably stretch. It's stupid not to stretch, and people keep saying it's the key to longevity. So I just incorporate it into my workout. So make sure you guys are stretching before you're doing any kind of workout. This stretch using the resistance band. A friend of mine, a trainer at Lifetime Fitness, showed this to me. It's great for ankle dorsiflexion. Basically, to help you when you're squatting, you want to keep your heels on the ground. So this stretch here is just going to help with that dorsiflexion and help you keep your heels as close to the ground as possible. So you're just getting a band, and the green band, as you see in the video, is pulling my foot towards that pole right there. And the purple band I'm using to pull away. So it's almost like trying to break your foot in half, for lack of a better way to explain it. But again, the key is just to getting as much flexion in the ankle as possible. It's a great stretch, like I said, especially if you're trying to get a good stretch in, especially in your ankles, because I have just messed up my ankles from playing basketball. Rolled them, sprained them so many times. As I'm filming this video, I currently have a sprained ankle, so just getting enough flexion and enough stretch in the ankles is super vital, especially for basketball, football players, or any athletes out there that are trying to that move laterally and just have ankle issues. Also, side note, the guy that you guys see in the video in the white tank top, his name is Richard. Just giving him a special shout out because he is one of the most motivational people I have ever met in my entire life. I'm going to get his permission to tell his story, but just tune in for a later video and I'll just tell you some of the amazing things that he's been through. And it's just motivation for me to keep going, and hopefully it's motivation for you guys to keep going as well. This next one I'm doing, it's one thing that I just really enjoy doing, and I recommend it to all clients, anyone watching this video. It's just getting into a deep stretch and trying to keep your heels as planted on the ground as possible. Again, it works out the hips, stretches out the lower back, and it's a great activation workout, especially if you're going to be doing some squatting. But I just recommend holding this deep squat for a good 30, 45 seconds. If you can do a minute, do a minute. I think in this video I did it to about 45 seconds. But it's a great stretch, like I said, especially for your hips, getting that flexion in the ankles, and just great activation, especially if you're going to do some squats. All you yoga guys out there, or yoga people, please do not kill me. This is my best cat-cow that I could have done. I've had some lower back issues in the past. I'm currently working on them now, as you can see in the video. But I've had a lot of lower back tightness that I've been trying to work out with stretching. So again, don't kill my cat-cow pose if that's indeed what it's called. Too bad in the comments. And these next ones I believe are called Supermans. Great for your lower back. Like I said, I used to have just a lot of low back pain, and just doing these along with these back extensions has just really eliminated any kind of back issues that I've had recently. So definitely recommend these if you are suffering from any kind of back pain or ailments. First workout of the day is an exercise that I saw from a man in the military. I follow him on Instagram. It's essentially a lunge into a step up with the resistance band over your neck, and it's providing a lot of resistance on your way up, so you're under constant tension. I put a little bit of strain on the band when I'm going up, just so the weight doesn't fly up and hit me in the face. But again, it's a lunge into a step up, and using the resistance band adds an extreme amount of tension, and it's just great for a burnout and a great way to start your workout. And while I'm doing this, again, the goal is to explode up as fast as you can. On some of these, I don't explode up as quickly as I want to. But again, that goal is just to step up as quickly as you possibly can. And I posted this workout before in my past videos. It's again just the jumps, single leg with the resistance band. Again, I compare it similarly to using a jump rope. Again, the goal to get off the ground as fast as possible. I definitely think that it helps. Some people would question if it translates. I can attest that it does. Fast twitch muscle fibers just like firing as soon as I get on the basketball court after doing these kind of workouts. So it definitely translates to any sport where you need to get off the ground extremely quickly. The next workout is, again, one that I made up. It is a lunge, and I'm using the guardrails on the squat rack to stop me from going into the full range of motion. And I'm stopping at the top, pressing against the guardrail for about 3 seconds till I feel that burn in my quads. Going down into the lunge, only about 3/4 of the way down, and then exploding up into the guardrails. And again, the purpose of this exercise, like I've said in multiple past videos, is to try to move the bar against the immovable object, creating that strain just under tension, and as I stumble in the video. But yeah, just creating as much tension at the top as possible. And just the key, again, when you're jumping, there's not going to be that resistance. So just training that strength, or just training your legs to have that strength under that tension. And in between those, I do a set of calf raises. I'm holding it at the top. I wanted to get some more flexion as I was doing these, but I do 3 sets of 10, and in between I hold at the top for about 10 seconds, and then I resume the 10. So it's holding for 5 seconds, do 10, holding for 5 seconds, do 10, holding for 5 seconds, and doing 10. And then I switch and I do it to the opposite leg as well. My calves are also something that I've just never paid attention to until I started actually studying mechanics and just all the muscle groups of the leg. I, for some odd reason, never wanted big calves. I just thought that looked or didn't look aesthetically pleasing, so I just never wanted big calves. I have no idea why, but now that I'm just training just for strength, I don't care how it looks. I just want the most power possible. I hate this workout with a passion. So I believe these are called mountain climbers. I do them in between each set, and I do it for about 30 seconds with as much intensity as possible. But around the 20 to 25-second mark, that is where just every ounce of air leaves my body, and I am just devoid of any kind of energy. So the goal is to go 30 seconds with the same amount of intensity all throughout. But again, around 20-25 seconds, I start running out of energy and get burned out. And my favorite, single leg box jumps. Of course, with these I'm going on the right leg. As I've explained before, sometimes I will land on two legs, sometimes I'll land on one. It kind of just depends on how I feel in the day. I still believe or contend that it's working out the same muscle group. Obviously, you're still jumping onto the box, but just some days feel like jumping on one, landing on two, but it just depends on the day.
Is the camera in your way, James?
What's that?
Is it in your way?
Not at all.
Oh,
Over
my
here.
bad, my bad.
Oh yeah, shout out to James. James, if you're watching this video, I love you. Sorry for getting in your way and just putting the camera there. I felt like that was obnoxious when I did that, but I didn't know you were still working out, so sorry about that, James. And for these jumps, it's also 3 sets of 10. That is just my magic number of anything, just 3 sets of 10. I'm not sure why. It just seems like a great number. But next workout I'm doing is a front squat. And again, it's the same concept as with the lunges. You are going about 3/4 of the way up, and at the top, going against the guardrails of the squat rack, and just holding there for about 3 seconds. While doing my front squats, I know traditionally you are supposed to rest it on your chest. I'm still working on the flexibility in my elbows and shoulders. However, I'm only doing 135 and I can comfortably lift that. I usually overhead press with that, so I'm comfortable holding it at that weight. But again, go as you feel comfortable, or if you can do the front squat resting on your shoulders, then rest on the shoulders. And this is just another variation of the jumps you saw me doing earlier in the video with the resistance band around your neck. The only difference is I'm doing 2 legs on this one as opposed to the single leg, and I have 50-pound dumbbells as opposed to the 40 that I use for the single leg. And of course, more box jumps. I raised it up a little bit, and I'm just jumping off of 2 now. Trying to explode as much as possible, going off the right leg first and then left leg. But again, just trying to develop as much explosion as possible. And I appreciate you guys tuning in for another leg workout. Have a good day.